All right, so we're here with Mike and Ben from the PricePlow team. We're gonna try all the latest and greatest that we have out in our various categories, from protein to RTDs to new pre-workouts and other fun concepts, and just love to hear what they think about the latest and greatest. We're gonna try some new protein flavors. We'll start there. We're gonna try some protein RTD concepts that we're working on. And then after that, we'll try some of our energy shots that kind of mimic what we're doing in our Performance Energy yellow can beverage. And then we just have some new pre-workout concepts down there at the end that we talked about a little bit earlier that hopefully we'll have rolling out soon in Q1 2025. Protein, we got a fruity cereal concept, and then this is a Hershey's cookies and cream concept that we're working on. We have to send all these into the Hershey's team to get approval.
But you're doing the flavoring.
We do the flavoring, we send it to them, incorporate that feedback with our own internal feedback, shoot it back over to our flavor partners, and we go for another round, or ideally we get approval right out of the gate, and we're good to go from there. Cookies and cream, just because.
Yeah, I figure that's easier on the palate than a.
Yeah, I think it'd be harder. I think it'd be harder to transition the other way. Like get Mike's aroma on this first. So.
Oh yeah.
And all right, so we did get feedback from Hershey's on this. They want to see some more cocoa elements, some more of the cookie coming through.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we're trying to bring forward.
Eat a lot of the cream.
Yeah, I didn't get the white chocolate cream at first, and then it ends with the cream really well, which I love. Like, if you can keep that.
I mean, what's your favorite part of the cream? Or the word.
What? Yeah. wrong.
Cut that.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of the cookie and the cream? I mean, a lot of people like the cream. There's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like the wafer is what people mostly
enjoy. So I'm definitely probably a proponent more of the cookie than the cream myself, but I don't know if you surveyed people what their preference would be. I do think there's probably a large contingent that is like, we just want that white chocolate. We like that there's a nice little accent of the cookie, and then there's other people that are like, give me all cookie. Yeah.
I think it's the funny part that a lot of people don't realize. Like through these like flavor revisions, like there's a lot of great versions in there.
Yeah, it's never necessarily like bad, good. It's like you might get some that are bad, but it's like good. Can we make it better? Let's try this. Let's try that. Let's try that. And you're like just trying to improve upon something you already enjoy, but you're like, can we make it that much better? And how we assess a lot of these products is like, do we have the right balance of components, right? So typically I'll switch formats from protein, but to like our carbonated RTD, since that's what we do a lot of. But it's like, is it the right balance of sweetness? Is it the right balance of acidity? Do we have enough like salinity in this to bring the flavor out the way we want? And then once we feel like it's balanced from that standpoint, then it's like we can start assessing, do we like these flavor keys? Do the flavor keys need to change at all? Like, are there particular elements that we're trying to accentuate and then that we want to minimize? And like, what's the right ratio of these things? So there's a lot of things that we're trying to assess before we kind of give our feedback to like help dial it in to the level that we feel like it makes it the final version that we approve upon. So. This is not licensed. This is just a core fruity cereal. I say we always try to hit like a Fruit Loops is our typical target.
What does that mean to you when you say Fruit Loops? Like, what are the notes or the characteristics?
It's actually a lot of like lemon. I would have to look. I mean,
sorry, I'm asking you a specific question.
Yeah, I mean they do have something on them.
Yeah, and you nailed that.
That's a little sweeter. Okay.
Like when you breathe out, you get that lemon on the like the air.
Is this final? I wouldn't mess with this too much.
I mean, we're about there, yeah. I mean, this one is like an internal approval. We're not like sending this out to people. And then it is like a lemon lime kind of component to it.
That's probably the best fruity cereal I've had.
Yeah, I know. I'm like stoked on this
because it's not just fruit and cereal milk. It's like
Fruit Loops is my jam, bro.
Well, you're trying to. Normally, when we get to a good spot, if we have time, like in our timeline, we might do another one just to see. And if it's not good, like we just stop there. But if we're already up against it, then we just like move forward. So it really comes down to internal project timelines. All right, so this is a chocolate, Hershey's chocolate,
right?
Yeah. But again, just prototype right now. We're not at a point of being final. The trial was done in a Tetra. The final product will not be in a Tetra. But we did the trial in a Tetra for purposes of just speed. So to do this type of like aseptic processing, there's only a handful of people that do it. It's just a sterile form of manufacturing, so you have both sterile bottles coming in and then you're heating the product to make it sterile so that it becomes shelf stable over the shelf life period.
And that's how protein drinks like RTDs are typically made, right?
Some of them you can also do ultra high temperature pasteurization using much higher temperatures to cook the product to make it sterile.
So this is a C4 protein?
This is a C4 protein, caffeine free, Hershey's chocolate flavored, Hershey's cocoa powder. Cheers, cheers.
That's Hershey's. That's
man.
definitely Hershey's.
They have to be happy with this.
We got good feedback, so we're
okay. You're on the track, right?
We're on the right track. Yeah, they like the sample. So
can I ask, is this a Hershey's syrup chocolate, or are you going for Hershey's bar chocolate?
So we do have an internal debate as to what is the appropriate target. We tend to believe like syrup makes more sense in this particular application because it's going to be more familiar to people as opposed to the bar, which is probably a slightly different flavor elements. So we're aiming more for a syrup. So this is Reese's.
Oh, okay.
All right.
And that's where you're working with the nut-free one, though, right?
This is tough because there is no peanut in it. It's tough.
Yeah, it needs more power.
It needs more peanut.
It's good though.
So
it is good though.
This is what our struggle has been, is like, how do we deliver more creamy peanut butter as a Hershey's cup without using peanut? Like to get what you want. It has elements. Yeah.
It just kind of runs away. Like you're like, oh, that is the peanut.
Yeah.
Delicious. I want chocolate with it. I want it to linger.
We're trying to land this plane. We're like we're so like kind of, and we're tying a hand or two behind our back to do it.
These are the shots, right?
These are the shots. I don't know if we need to do all of them, but we can do.
We do shots of these.
So how much caffeine were you planning in each shot? What is the?
This is our yellow can formula, just scaled to 2 ounces. So this is 200 milligrams.
Out of everything that we were presented today, this is the thing I'm most bearish on, and I'm not sure why. I don't know. Like, I feel like 5 Hour Energy is so over and done, and every time I take an energy shot, it just sucks. But if you can make the C4 flavor work, maybe you can revitalize the category. I don't know. I just feel like carbonation is just taking over.
When you look at the way that PricePlow looks at things, and then the way that mass brands look at things, it's like we're talking about the early adopter consumer who's already on trend. But when you look at like grocery, or you look at
the C-store, they want to put it on the shelf.
There's still a ton of people buying this kind of stuff.
Right on the counter at C-store, right?
The group of people who work construction.
Yeah, there are still tons of people buying those.
It's still $1 billion category.
Okay,
so
that's where I'm not seeing it, because it's just stagnant, but it's killing it over there.
Yeah, so it's like if you can come in and get 10%, you got $100 million. Like, not bad.
I might take that. All right.
So I have a green apple Jolly Rancher for you here, and then a cherry Jolly Rancher.
Oh, cherry.
I don't think we did get cherry popsicle approved, but I don't have a sample for you. Sorry. Green apple first. Try to give you all small scoops.
That is so much better than 5 Hour Energy.
I mean, we did do a consumer insight study where we took some flavors like blue raspberry and grape and maybe one more, and we compared against 5 Hour Energy in a consumer study, and I think it was like 9 out of 10 preferred ours head to head. So these are approved via, well, I don't know if that green apple's approved yet. Some of these are approved via Hershey's.
It has like a bite to it, which I think is kind of normal for shots.
Yeah, they're gonna all have that bite.
But it's way less than what I'm...
I mean, we've been working on shots for a while, but we did actually surprisingly get approval pretty quick on some of these. But the Unilever ones, the popsicle ones, those have been approved for months. We have like 10 deep on these already.
I like sour green apple better.
That is a roller coaster of flavor.
Yeah.
I didn't like it at first, and then I loved it on the end.
Oh yeah.
All right, so this is our Cosmic Rainbow flavor. We're doing a whole candy shop series. We'll have a Cosmic Rainbow, Strawberry Blast, and a Sour Gummy Splash. New flavors that we're bringing into the lineup. These will launch in 2025.
That is so...
Oh, dude.
Upgrade.
Dude.
Upgrade for sure.
That's
delicious.
what I look forward to drink.
I mean, and it's a mixture too. Wow. very good.
All right, so this next one is supposed to be like a concept. Why we chose lime is we really just don't have any lime in the portfolio.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I'm not the guy for this, but yeah, I like
But
what you did.
refreshing. That's a great
Very.
way to call it. I mean, I drink these things sometimes to get like a hit in the face of strong sweetness, but this, I almost like forget that there's a sweetener in it because it's so refreshing.
And a little bit tart, a little bit sour.
Are these
Yeah.
supposed to be candies or are these my finger grips?
Those are our caution tape, right?
Oh, okay.
That's our C4 caution tape, and then our designer took some creative liberty to like kind of blend that design into this series.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, here, we'll try it. All right.
What is it?
Here's the frost cans, but
Oh, yeah,
we
we
put them in
should-
this morning,
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
so they're not all the way blue yet. But
If you put your finger on it, though, can we make it more?
I have one in my office. I have another one.
Ice bath.
It's not
you could
totally blue
Yeah.
yet. Yeah. Drop it in the ice bath.
Pretty cold.
You guys could use the cold plunge in the locker room.
Cody was begging for it, so.
What's that?
I said you were begging for it. So
Yeah, I was.
it's like I need more content.
Yep.
This has got roll feel, right? Like hides around.
I think I remember.
I got the
I think
tangerine,
really
but
cool
yeah.
to see you guys do
There it
that
is.
cinnamon
Okay.
type
That gets
stuff.
better and better. It's like I said.
First, what y'all think about this one? Because I mean, I like cherries. And this is like a cherry icy or like ring pop style cherry.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Wow. That is really nice.
That's so good.
It's a really pleasant cherry.
Yeah.
Mike knows I don't like
Right.
a lot of cherries. I like black cherries.
This isn't
Most
that.
cherries are very like cough syrupy to me, but this is a very refreshing, nice cherry.
I also believe you're either a cherry person or a grape person, and it depends on what kind of medicine you liked as a child. If you liked grape medicine, you like grape flavors. If you like cherry medicine, you like cherry flavors.
Yeah.
I hated grape medicine, so I hate grape.
Clip that right there. Are you a cherry? Were you a cherry
or
kid?
grape.
or
You're
grape
almost
kid?
always cherry or grape. You're never both, typically. There are outliers, so I don't want to like people will be like,
Right.
oh, I like both, whatever. But like, you're either team cherry or team grape. That's how I feel. So.
Good theory.